Good morning. Today we are going to study chapter number 7, that is triangles. Now we are well aware that triangle is a three-sided polygon which has 6 elements, that is 3 sides and 3 angles. On the basis of 3 sides and 3 angles, triangle is further divided into 6 different types of triangles. Now, 3 triangles are divided according to the length of the sides, and another 3 triangles are divided according to the measure of the angles. According to length of the sides, 3 triangles which are divided are scalene triangle, means a triangle which has no side of equal length. Equilateral triangle, that is a triangle which have all the 3 sides equal. Isosceles triangle means a triangle which have 2 sides of equal length. Similarly, according to the measure of the angles, the 3 different types of triangles are acute angle triangle. In acute angle triangle, all the 3 angles of the triangle is less than 90 degree. That is, all the 3 angles will be of less than 90 degree. Then obtuse angle triangle, that is a triangle which has at least one angle greater than 90 degree and less than 180. And the third one is right angle triangle, a triangle which has one angle is 90 degree. So total there are 6 different types of triangle according to the length of their sides and according to the measure of the angles. Then next, what are congruent figures? Two figures are said to be congruent if they are of same shape and of same size. Congruent means only what is equal. Equal means equal in all respect, or figure whose shapes and size both are same. So congruent figures means figures which have same shape and same size. Example, you can take two circles of the same radii. Means if we take two circles of same radii, that is 3 radii, two circle if you are drawing, then both the circles are called congruent circles. Similarly, we can take two squares of same sides are congruent. For example, here two squares are shown which have same equal sides. Now, what are congruent triangles? Two triangles are congruent if sides and angles of a triangle are equal to the corresponding sides and angles of the other triangle. Now, what is congruence of triangles? Two triangles will be congruent if sides and angles of one triangle are equal to the corresponding sides and angle of the other triangle. Yes, corresponding means respective. If you take one side of one triangle, then you have to select as other side of another triangle, then second side with second side, third side with third side. Let's see in the example. For example, in triangle PQR and triangle ABC, you can see two triangles are given, triangle PQR and triangle ABC. According to the definition, angle P, this angle P will be equal to angle A. Similarly, angle Q will be equal to angle B, and angle R will be equal to angle C. Remaining three sides, PQ will be equal to AB. BQR, this QR side will equal to BC. And PR, here you can take RP will be equal to CA. This is your RP and this is your CA. So all the three angles are equal to the corresponding three angles of the another triangle. Similarly, all the three sides of one triangle is equal to the corresponding angles of the another triangle. In such condition means three angles and three sides of one angle are equal to the corresponding three angles and sides of another triangle. In such condition, if triangle PQR is congruent to triangle ABC, then we write triangle PQR congruent to triangle ABC. This sign is written as said as congruence sign. This sign. Yes. So we write triangle PQR congruent to triangle ABC. Now in congruent triangles, corresponding parts are equal and we write in short CPCT, that is corresponding parts of congruent triangles. That is corresponding parts means here you can see that P and A. A is the corresponding part of angle of P. Similarly, B will be corresponding angle of Q and C will be corresponding angle of R. Similarly, in this way, side PQ corresponding with AB, QR corresponds BC and PR corresponds AC. So these are called in short CPCT and the full form of it is corresponding parts of congruent triangles. This all we have studied in our lower level, that is grade 7. Further, the criteria for congruence of triangles. Criteria means there are some conditions given where if such condition is fulfilled, then also we can say that the given two triangles are congruent. So the first criteria for congruence of triangles is given in the form of axiom 7.1, that is SAS congruence rule. In short, it is written as SAS congruence. Full form of SAS is side angle side. Now axiom 7.1, that is SAS congruence rule, states two triangles are congruent if two sides and the included angle of one triangle are equal to the two sides and the included angle of the other triangle. So axiom 7.1, that is SAS congruence rule, it says that two triangles are congruent if two sides and the included angle of one triangle are equal to the two sides and included angle of the other triangle. Let's understand in example. You can see two triangles ABC and PQR are given with measurement. In triangle ABC and triangle PQR, we can see side AB equal to side PQ. Why? Because both are 2 cm each. Similarly, angle, here you can see side AB equal to side PQ because both are 2 cm each. Similarly, angle B equal to angle Q because both are given as 50 degree each. And the third condition, that is third side, that is BC equal to QR. So according to the statement of SAS congruence rule, two triangles are congruent if two sides and included included angle. This is very necessary condition, means if we take any two sides, then the third condition, that is the third angle which is given, should be compulsory included one. Included means it should be between the two given sides. You can see in the figure that angle B lies between AB and BC. So this is called included side. Similarly, PQ and these two sides, PQ and your QR, and angle Q is in between these two sides. So it is fulfilled that triangle ABC, two sides and included angle as equal to the two sides and included angles of triangle PQR. Therefore, we write triangle ABC congruent to triangle PQR according to SAS congruence rule. Yeah, SAS congruency. But suppose if it is given like this, that suppose it is given here, it is given like this, but this is not given. It is not given 50 degree. It is given that angle C is 50 degree. Now let's check. According to the statement, two sides and included angle of one triangle should be equal to the two sides and included angle of the other triangle. But here we can see the two sides, that is AB and BC. Here also it is PQ is given as 2 centimeters, so you can take it as equal, and this QR as 4 centimeter, BC and QR, so they both are also equal. But included angle, now here we can see that included angle is B, but here included is angle is not C but Q, and it is being given the measurement of C. So we, in this condition, these two triangles will not be congruent triangles. So it is very necessary for this condition that the angle should be included between the two sides of both the triangles. Now, next criteria is given in the form of theorem. Theorem 7.1, that is your ASA congruence rule. And the statement of theorem 7.1 states, two triangles are congruent if two angles and the included side of one triangle are equal to two angles and the included side of the other triangle. Now, in exam 7.1, we learnt that two sides and included angle were there. Here it is ASA congruence rule, that is angle side angle congruence rule. So in this, two triangles are congruent if two angles and included side of one triangle are equal to the two angles and the included side of other triangle. So necessary in this condition, there should be two angles and the side will be included side. This is theorem. So let us prove this theorem. Now it is been given that we are given two triangles ABC and PQR, in which it is given angle B equal to angle Q, angle C equal to angle R, and BC equal to QR. We have to prove that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. Now for proof. Actually, for proving this theorem, there are three possibilities. Three different conditions are possible. So we take it as first case 1. Now in case 1, we select, as there are two triangles given, triangle ABC and triangle PQR, we take that side AB is equal to side PQ. We take this case 1. When AB equal to PQ, these two are, we are selecting as equal. Now, in this condition, in triangle ABC and triangle PQR, we have taken the condition, we have supposed that let AB equal to be PQ. Already it is given that angle B is equal to angle Q. It is already given in the given part, and BC equal to QR. This is given. Now, in this condition, you can see we can apply SAS congruence rule. Therefore, triangle ABC will be congruent to triangle PQR by SAS congruence rule. Again, first case is we suppose that let side AB be equal to side PQ. Then in triangle ABC and triangle PQR, as we have supposed AB equal to PQ. This is the first part. Then already it is given that angle B equal to angle Q, and this is also given BC equal to QR, which we have to write in the bracket. So we write that both are given. So according to SAS congruence rule, triangle ABC will be congruent to triangle PQR. This is the case 1. Now second case, that is case 2, when AB is greater than PQ. Now let's suppose that side AB is greater than PQ. Means then take a point S on AB such that SB equal to PQ. Now we have supposed the second condition that AB is greater than PQ. In such condition, we select a point S on AB in such a way that this part SB will be equal to PQ. We select it like this. Now in triangle SBC, you can see the triangle SBC, this one triangle, and triangle PQR, these two triangles. SB equal to PQ. This we have supposed that we are. Then angle B equal to angle Q. It is already given, and BC equal to QR. This is also given. So triangle SBC will be congruent to triangle PQR by SAS congruence rule. Therefore, angle SCB will be equal to angle PRQ. This is your CPCT. Means now when these both triangles are congruent, we select one of the part, that is SCR. This SCB that will correspond that angle PRQ of triangle PQR. So we write angle SCB equal to angle PRQ by CPCT. That is corresponding part of congruent triangles. But it is given that angle ACB is equal to angle PRQ. This is given already in the statement that these two angles, that is whole angle, this whole C angle AC, once let us draw clearly, this whole angle ACB is equal to PRQ. That is already given. So angle SCB will be equal to angle ACB. If it is this, then natural thing that if both these angles are equal to angle PRQ, in such condition these two angles, that is SCB, let me draw here clearly, SCB and ACB, if these both are equal to angle PRQ, this is possible when only in such condition that these both angles are equal, they are same angles. It is possible only if S coincide with A. Now these both angles, that is angle SCB and triangle ACB, these both can be equal when this point S and this point A coincides, means they are on same position, then only it is possible. So our assumption that what point we have selected on AB, which is less than AB, is wrong. Compulsory this is done when your SB will be equal to AB will be equal to PQ, means this both sides SB and AB are equal. Equal means your point S is and point A coincides. So triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. And the third condition, that is third case, when AB is less than PQ. First condition, that is case 1, we assume that AB equal to PQ. So it was easily proved. Then we assume that AB greater than PQ. In such a condition also, we proved that it is not possibly that the point on AB which we selected is different than A. They both are compulsory on a, they both stand on one point only. Now the third condition, when AB is smaller than PQ. Then take a point M on PQ such that MQ equal to AB. Similarly, as in the case 2, we have selected a point on AB. Here we select a point on PQ. That is, we have selected a point M on PQ such that this point we have selected M on PQ such that this MQ and AB are equal. Now, as we have proved in case 2, similarly we proceed as in case 2. So we will get MQ equal to AB equal to PQ. Now in case 2, what we have proceeded? Now we suppose in triangle ABC, let me explain once this part, that now we take in triangle ABC and triangle MQR. AB is equal to MQ. We have supposed this. Then angle B equal to angle Q, which is already given, and BC equal to QR. This is also given. Therefore, triangle ABC will be congruent to triangle MQR according to SAS rule. Now, as these both are congruent, as these both are congruent, your angle ACB, this angle will be equal to angle MRQ, this small angle. But it is given that angle C is equal to R, that is whole ACB is equal to PRQ, this whole angle. This is possible when, again this is possible when your point P coincides with M. So our assumption that which we have taken that M is another point on PQ is wrong. Compulsory M coincides with point Q. So we write that MQ equal to AB equal to PQ. Therefore triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. Hence, in all the three cases, we conclude that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. Hence, proved. Dear students, please copy all these things in your CW. Thank you.